So if you guys watched my last video on the Mavic Pro, I mentioned at the end of the video that I was traveling to Asia. I'm actually going to be there this weekend, so I'm taking with me all my filming gear here and throwing it all into one backpack, and I'm just going to show you guys everything that I'm bringing and then the backpack that I'm packing it all into. So to start things off, I have the DJI Osmo here. If you're not familiar with this camera, it's 3-axis motorized gimbal stabilizer. Shoots 4K. It uses the DJI Zenmuse X3 camera, which is the same camera found in the Inspire 1 drone. It's definitely not as crisp as their X5 camera that's on the Inspire 2. But definitely still very capable. Like I said, shoots 4K, slow-mo. I'm mainly going to be using it for stabilized shots, some fly shots, hyperlapses, time lapses, all that. To go along with it, I actually picked up the Z Axis arm as well. So that just sort of sits right here. Mount the camera on the other end of it, and basically what the Z Axis arm provides is more stabilized shots in terms of the bobbing. So when I don't know if you've ever seen shots used with either whatever type of gimbal, one thing that it doesn't really stabilize as well is the bobbing action of your arm as you're walking or you're running. So that's what the Z-axis arm stabilizes, is your arm motion. Continuing with the Osmo, I also got 2 extra chargers for it, spare batteries, 3 spare batteries here. One thing to keep in mind though, when you are traveling with a lot of tech, and especially spare batteries on the airplane, is that with your spare batteries, you actually have to tape the connectors here to prevent any shorting or causing any fires, even though it's highly unlikely. But based on the TSA policy for spare batteries, you have to tape the connectors. So that's also why I am packing some electrical tape with me as well. I also have the universal bracket for the Osmo. Allows you to attach, basically has 2 hot shoe mounts here, so it allows you to attach, a shotgun mic, a light, etc. Not sure if I'll really be using this on the trip, but might as well have it just in case anyways. And then I also have 3 polarizing filters for the Osmo. Next, we got the, as you guys all know, the Mavic Pro. Folds up, very compact drone. And the remote. I already spoke about the drone in the last video. I am going to be doing another video probably when I get back to talk a little bit more about the experience of flying it, what you need to know, and all of that. Basically a lot of stuff that you should look out for before and during flight with your drone, if you're not an experienced drone user like me. So I'll share some of my experiences in that. So look out for that video when I get back. But in between that, I'm obviously going to be uploading some drone shots that I'm going to get in Asia. The controller for the Mavic, I actually got joystick guards. I'd recommend it. You can pick them up for probably less than $10, and basically just locks your joystick in place so that when you are packing the Mavic and the remote into your bag, your joysticks aren't crushed, and it just prevents them from breaking. Good to have. Extra propellers for the Mavic, the charging brick for the Mavic as well. Here I got a universal travel adapter from Amazon. Picked this up for, I think it was about $20. It's only an adapter, it's not a voltage converter, so you have to keep that in mind. But majority of the time when you are traveling with tech here, and usually you have a power brick or a charger like this, usually they support a voltage range from 100 to 240 volts, so you're usually pretty good. You don't need a voltage converter. It's only stuff for, let's say, a hair dryer that is just sort of a straight cord directly into the device. It doesn't really have a brick or anything to sort of regulate the voltage. Because in North America, our voltage output is, I think, in the 100, 110 volt range, whereas in Asia, it sits at about the 200 range. So if you plug in a device that only supports 100 volts in Asia with only an adapter like this, you risk frying your device. Thankfully, for most tech stuff, we have adapters that support the range, so we're usually okay. So that's why I didn't pick up a voltage converter. For everything that I'm bringing, just the adapter is fine. Has worldwide coverage, spare fuse, actually has 2 USB ports on it as well, so I can plug in, 2 USB charging devices such as my phones or tablets, while I plug in at the top here to charge, some of my camera equipment. Hero 3 silver, if I'm going to be getting any underwater shots. Here I have an external portable power brick. This one is 22,000 milliamps, has 3 USB ports, and I believe it supports fast charging, because on the output it does say that they each support 2.4 amps output. So we'll see how that goes. 22,000 milliamps should probably give me like, I don't know, 8-9 full charges on a phone. So we'll see how that is. Here I got what's called an octopus arm. It's pretty much a copy of I think they're called the Gorilla Pod. But what I like about this one is that the arms are actually flat. They're not round like the Gorilla ones. And it's all rubber. So you get a little bit better grip, and because they're flat arms, you can actually have this wrap around a tighter spot, more so than the Gorilla one. But I picked this up on Amazon as well. I'm gonna put the links for everything that I picked up on Amazon and everything that is sold on Amazon down in the description. So if you're interested in purchasing any of these, it's all gonna be down there. One thing that you don't see here is my main shooter, which I'm shooting on right now. It's the Panasonic G7. It's mirrorless, micro four thirds camera, interchangeable lenses. For the price, I mean, if you're looking into starting to shoot 4K, the reason why I picked it up was because I am beginning to transition to 4K, being that I picked up the Osmo and the Mavic, so I needed a 4K capable main shooter. It's very capable for its size. It's a very small and light camera. It's very plasticky, but it is loaded with a lot of features. I would say it's probably better for video than it is for pictures. It still shoots decent quality stuff, including 4K pictures. It has built-in Wi-Fi. You can download the Panasonic app on your phone or your tablet and control and view the camera remotely right from your mobile device. Shoots 4K up to 30 frames per second, fully reticulated screen, touch screen, electronic viewfinder. It's loaded with a lot of features. Video wise, it's more or less very much similar or the same as Panasonic's GH4. Between the two cameras, the G7 is like the GH4's little brother. Just missing some stuff like metal body, weather sealing. The sensors are slightly different, but again, if you don't want to dish out too much money, or you want to get a 4K capable camera that's very decent without breaking the bank, the G7 runs you less than $1,000 Canadian, and I think $500-600 US. So definitely worth checking out if you are looking into picking up another camera that's 4K capable. Here I got the solo wireless headphones, got the charger for the G7. Here is, I picked up an Oki Fast Charger from Amazon. So if you have a phone that does support fast charging like Samsung's, definitely worth picking this up. I think it was less than $20 Canadian. Basically charges just as fast as the original OEM Samsung chargers. My original Samsung charger I don't want to say fried, it still charges, but it just doesn't fast charge, so it takes forever to charge now. So I picked up a couple of these, and yeah, I mean, it charges up my Note in probably an hour and a half, less than an hour and a half. So really great pickup from Amazon. In terms of bags here, I have Case Logic. It's an action camera sack. It's made to basically throw in a couple action cams, like a couple GoPros, and you can see inside you got pouches to store extra batteries and SD cards. And then to close it up, you just pull on a string here and flap, and then lock it down. And then to open it up, it's really just pulling on this loop and the drawstring, and it's a quick open. So good bag to have. Also picked up an accessory bag here, kind of looks like a lunch bag, but you open it up, has foam inserts, so you can sort of customize how you want your layout to be, but it's basically made to, you know, to store your chargers, your USBs, your cables, SD cards, accessories, and so on and so forth. And then finally, this bag you guys saw in my Mavic video. This is a Case Logic bag that I had. It's a DSLR pouch that I had laying around, and great bag to store my Mavic, the remote, the charger, everything for the Mavic in here, and it's very compact in size. So it'll definitely help out a lot in terms of packing. And then finally, I have this is actually a digital camera pouch. Also picked this up from Amazon, but I'm really just using it to store my Osmo accessories, so my spare batteries, my ND filters, and the universal bracket, just to stay a little bit more organized. Finally, also bringing my MacBook Pro, slapped on a hard shell plastic case. Usually I don't use this case a lot just because it adds weight and bulk to it, but I mean, when you're traveling, you definitely don't want to bang up and ding up or scratch your Mac, so I just put the hard shell case on it just in case. And then the Yoshi decal here is an 8-bit retro decal. Picked this up from Amazon, less than $10. I can't remember what the seller's name was. It was 8-bit something, but the link is going to be down in the description. And they have, you know, if you're into retro 8-bit stuff, they have 8-bit Mega Man, Street Fighter, Mario, all those classic characters, even Avenger characters as well. So if you're into all that, I stuck that on. Now the bag that this is all going into, and it's going to be my main carry-on bag, is made by a brand called Crumpler. This is called the Sinking Barge Bag. You have a top component here, and if you open up here, you have a slot for you know, your hard drive, which I tossed in here, or tablet, book, whatever it might be. And then there's another slot there for your laptop. And then down here you have a zipper component, another one here, another pocket, and then if you guys can see, there's Velcros. What the Velcro's for is basically the bag comes with another pouch like this, and it has dividers inside and organizers for, you know, a couple lenses and your DSLR. And then you can basically throw that in if you're taking a couple lenses with you, or if you just want more storage space and you're not taking any additional lenses. Like in my case, you can take this component out, and then you have this pretty huge pouch here for storage, so it can actually store a lot in here. And then you also have a front zipper as well. So I'm gonna go try fitting everything on the table here into this backpack. everything fit into the crumpler bag. Very tight, but it fits. So that's it for now, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Like I said, I will be uploading some drone footages. I'll upload some Osmo G7 stuff too, and I'll label on the shots what camera is being used to shoot. But yeah, pretty excited for the next few weeks, some of the shots that I'm going to be uploading. And yeah, all the links to all the items, whatever is available on Amazon, I will link them down in the description. If you guys liked the video and found it helpful with some of the stuff that I got and recommended, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.